Hello and welcome to the class and welcome to the channel. Class 9th English, the fun they had. As a summary of the fun they had by Isaac Asimov. Set in the year 2157, the story follows Margie, an 11-year-old girl, and Tommy, a 13-year-old boy, who live in a world where education is completely digital with mechanical teachers instead of human ones. One day, Tommy discovers an old printed book in his attic, which surprises both of them because they are used to reading on screens. The book is about traditional schools from centuries ago, where children studied together in a school building with human teachers. Margie, who dislikes her mechanical teacher, becomes curious about these old schools. Her teacher had recently been adjusted by a county inspector because it was giving her overly difficult geography tests. She secretly hopes her teacher will be taken away permanently like Tommy's once was. As Margie and Tommy discuss the old system of education, Margie finds it strange that a human could be a teacher and that children of the same age learned the same things together. However, she is fascinated by the idea of students gathering in one place, playing, helping each other, and being taught by a real person. When her mother calls her for lessons, Margie returns to her mechanical teacher but remains distracted, thinking about how much fun children must have had in the olden days. The story highlights the contrast between traditional education and futuristic learning, emphasizing the importance of social interaction in schooling. Now, the detailed summary of The Fun They Had by Isaac Asimov. The story is set in the future in the year 2157, where children do not go to schools like today. Instead, they learn from mechanical teachers, means robots that teach them through screens in their own homes. Margie and Tommy find a real book. 11-year-old Margie writes in her diary about something unusual that happened that day. Her friend Tommy found a real paper book. Books are rare in their world because people use telebooks that appear on screens. So Maggie's grandfather had once told her that long ago all stories were printed on paper. She finds it funny that in a book the words stay in one place instead of moving like they do on a screen. Tommy, who is 13 years old, thinks paper books are a waste because once they are read, they can't be updated like telebooks. However, he is curious about this book because it is about something strange, that is, school. Margie hates her mechanical teacher. Margie hates school, especially her mechanical teacher. Recently, the geography lessons had become too difficult and she was doing poorly in tests. Her mother called the county inspector, a round little man with a red face, who came to check the machine. He gave Margie an apple, took the teacher apart, and fixed it by slowing down the geography lessons. Margie was disappointed. She had hoped the teacher would be taken away, just like Tommy's was for a whole month when it stopped working. Learning about old schools. Margie asks Tommy why anyone would write about school. Tommy explains that the book describes old schools from hundreds of years ago. In those days, Children did not learn from machines but from human teachers in a school building. Margie is surprised and finds it strange. She thinks a man can't be as smart as a machine. But Tommy insists that human teachers knew a lot. She also finds it odd that all children of the same age studied the same things together because in her world, each child's mechanical teacher is adjusted to their own level. Tommy finds Margie's questions silly and tells her she doesn't have to read if she doesn't like it. But Margie actually wants to know more about these funny schools of the past. Margie thinks about the fun they had. Just then, Margie's mother calls her for school. She has to study at a fixed time every day, except on Saturdays and Sundays. Her schoolroom is next to her bedroom, where her mechanical teacher is already waiting. Today's lesson is about adding fractions, and the screen asks her to insert her homework in the machine. As she starts her lesson, Margie keeps thinking about the old schools. She imagines how fun it must have been to go to a school building, play with other kids, and learn together from a real teacher. She thinks that and about how they must have helped each other with homework, talked about lessons, and enjoyed studying together. Even though she continues with her modern education, she longs for the past, believing that children back then must have really enjoyed school. Theme of the story. The story contrasts future education, that is, where children learn alone from machines, with traditional schools, means where children studied together with human teachers. It shows that learning is not just about studies but also about social interactions, fun, and friendships. The title, The Fun They Had, highlights Margie's realization that school in the past was much more enjoyable than her lonely, machine driven education. Thank you very much.